Hello everyone, welcome to this Python programming course. My name is Abhinav Jaggi, and in this complete playlist, we are going to learn Python from absolute beginner level to an intermediate level. If you have never done programming before, don't worry. This course is designed in a very simple and practical way. We will not only understand the concepts but also implement everything in Visual Studio Code. In today's video, we will learn what is Python, why Python is so popular, why our first Python program, variables, data types, comments. Let's create a new file, which I named first. Before writing the code, let's understand what Python actually is. Python is a high level programming language. It is easy to read, easy to write, and easy to understand. That is one of the biggest reasons why millions of beginners start their programming journey with Python. Python used in many different fields like artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, automation, and many more. If you are planning to become a software engineer, learning Python is definitely a good choice. Let's write our first Python program. Let's print hello world and run this. Yeah, you can see hello world is printed. And this is our first program almost every programmer writes. Here, print is built-in Python function. Its job is very simple. It displays the output on the screen. Whatever we write inside the brackets, this brackets will be printed. Let's try another examples. I want to print my name. So let's run it. See, hello world and my name is print. Notice that every print statement displays the output on a new line. Now suppose I want to store some information instead of directly printing it. For that, Python provides something called variables. Like if I want to initialize like name is equals to Abhinav. And now I want to print this. See, it prints a variable is simply a container that stores the data. Think of it like a box. Inside that box, we can store different type of values. For example, a student name, age, marks, phone number, salary, everything can be stored inside variables. Let create more variables. For example, first variable is name and second I want to write age and now I want to print it. Now run it. That let's see. My name is printed with my age. Here, name stores a string and whereas age stores an integer. Now, if I want to store a decimal value, see what can I do? Like, for example, any decimal value. For example, like 19.17, and I want to print that. Decimal value. Now, see, my decimal value got printed. Python automatically understands the type of data. We don't need to tell Python separately. Now let's understand different data types. The most common ones are integer, float, string, boolean. Let's see each one. Firstly, see the type of age. Now let's create another file. Example, I name it second, and my age is equals to 20, which is an integer, and I want to print its type. See, uh, see, it is showing that class int. It means int means integer. Now, if I want to do it with float, now for example, this, I will get any any value like value is equals to 19.20, and I want to print the type of the value. See, that first statement shows me the age, that the type of the age is integer, and now the type of the value is float. Now let's move to string. For example, college. Now I want to print its type. See, it is showing class str. Str means string. Now move towards boolean. For example, any variable like variable a is equals to like true. So I want to print type a, value a, and now run it. See, it is showing class bool. Boolean values are only of two types, true and false. These values become very useful when we study conditions in upcoming videos. Now let's understand how to give names to variables. Firstly, the rule number one. Variable names cannot start with a number. Like for example, I'm making a new file. I will show there. For example, I initialize a variable name like this. One dot name is equals to C. See, it is showing red, means it is incorrect. The correct way to do this is I can this. In this way, uh, our variable names is not starting with a number. So it can be easily, uh, yeah. So successfully, my code is run and without any error. So rule number two, there should be no space between the variable name. For example, this like student name is equals to Rahul. See, again it is showing the red line means again error. We there should be no space between variable name. Rule number three, variable names are case sensitive. It means that age is equals to 19 and age is equals to 20. These both are different variables. Why? Because Python is case sensitive language, so that small a and that big a, it treated them as a different variables. So small letters and the big letters are completely different if we use it like for example in this. So it means that they are different variables. So rule number four, use meaningful names. Like for example, instead of using x is equals to 20, always use a complete variable name. So if anybody reads your code, then he or she will be satisfied, yes, that it understands your code completely. For example, I want to initialize a student age. I cannot initialize like X. I will do like that student age is equals to 20. This is the correct way. Now your code becomes much easier to understand. Now Sometimes we want to explain our code. For that, we use comments. Comments are ignored by Python. They are only for humans. For examples, I want to store that. I want to store like this. Like this stores student name. Okay, and I want to print that student. Yeah, and deleting this. So now I run this. Mm, yeah, see. So Python skips the comments. Only the codes get executed. It is only for the humans. Now, in today's video, we learn what is Python, first Python program, print function, variables, data types, variable naming rules, and comments. And in the next video, we will learn operators, expressions, and user inputs, where we will start taking values from the user and perform different operations. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and share. See you in the next lecture.